Hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target. We had a fantastic triple header today. Things were going well for Pakistani fans, but in the end, both Indian Pakistani fans will be disappointed with the last game's result. South Africa beating India by 5 wickets, and it was outstanding performance from them. And honestly, I think India made quite a few mistakes. Okay, you can talk about the bat, but more in the field, dropping catches, missing runouts. That really cost them the game. I have with me Ryan and Fez. Ryan, we kind of called it yesterday that South Africa will come out strong. It's going to be difficult to
Yeah.
face them on this point wicket, and India might not be able to match them in terms of pace. So, your initial thoughts on this game?
It was something I had expected when the matchups had come out at Perth. We had seen the record of all the other teams on this wicket at Perth. बहुत ज़्यादा bounce हो रहा था. It was too much pace. And in the beginning, we actually negotiated decently. First 6.5 overs, we were like 41 for 2. I thought it was going well. And then we threw away some of the wickets because of the intense pace from NGD and Nokia. And then
Yeah,
उसके बाद some a brilliant knock by Surya Kumar. Obviously, he rescued the innings. कैसा खेला वो I have still no clue.
yeah,
But we
unbelievable.
deserve we after the batting we and the bowling from South Africa. I think 133 was a score that we deserved by the way we played. And then after
Mm.
the start we had, उसके बाद I थोड़ा hope बढ़ा था मुझे 3 for 2 था like all Arshdeep ने he demolished those two he
Spectacular
was
start.
like spectacular in that first over he bowled.
Yeah.
So उसके बाद as you said, mistakes in the field it cost us, but kudos to South Africa. It was a deserved win.
Yeah, I think it was a deserved win. Fez, your thoughts on the game? You were pumped up for this, kind of nervous, but the way South Africa played, you would give credit. But India, somewhere down the line, even though you would say 130 is a low score, somewhere down the line, you feel they could have defended that if they took their chances.
Yeah, I mean, despite everything, I would say everything that happened during the match, we still had a very big chance.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, King is crown gira diye. So I think that was a very big moment in the match where that could have really changed things in our dynamic. But क्या कर
Cricket is
सकते
a
बहुत
great leveler,
बहुत
great
बहुत
leveler.
अपसेटिंग है यार वो लाइक हमारा पूरा मोरल डाउन है आज पहले तो केएल राहुल नहीं शुरू करना चाह रहा हूँ मैं
नहीं नहीं आएंगे उस पे आएंगे. You're gonna go
but
out
yeah
troops. You're gonna
if
go out troops on him. We'll go into
but
it
if
now after.
but the match was actually a good match because the way we started बुरा विकेट आ गए बुरे तरीके से लाइक कचरे में मिल गए थे लेकिन क्रेडिट टू स्काई वो इनिंग्स की बात नहीं कर जितनी बात करे उतना कम दिखता बिकॉज पुट्टा जो भी बोला द बेस्ट थिंग इज दैट ही डिडंट लीव हिज नेचुरल गेम इंस्टिंक्ट पे रहा उन्हें अपना ये नहीं करा कि आई एम गोना प्ले इजी which I expected them to do was build an innings. They did build an innings, but like he was the main architect of that 130 or whatever we made just to show up to the game.
Hmm.
South Africa really came amazing with the game plan जैसा अपन expect करे but ये लुंगी डांस जो कराए ने अपने पे
Oh
इंडिया
yeah,
को लुंगी डांस करा दिया उन्हें. I
क्या
mean,
बेहतरीन स्पेल था, हिला दिया उन्हें.
I
था.
Hitting the
वाकई
perfect length.
ब्रो एंड उन्हें फर्स्ट मैच खेला वर्ल्ड कप का लाइक मैं समझा चलो उसको समझ सकते हैं इन्हें शॉट अच्छा डाल दे रहा जस्ट बिलो लेंथ डाल रहा उन्हें ऑन द पिच एंड बेहतरीन फोड़ा पुटोंगी लेकिन वेलकम अपना टाइम आएगा एंड नेक्स्ट मैच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस नाउ because this actually changes the dynamic. I was looking at from another angle a few moments ago that अगर अपन ना जिम्बाब्वे से भी हार गए और वहाँ बंगाल यहाँ भी जीत गए तो बांग्लादेश also has a chance now.
बांग्लादेश ऑल्सो हैज अ चांस राइट नाउ. और मेरे को एक चीज पूछना था रयान आपसे. अगर वो
बोलिए.
पार्टनरशिप देखे मिलर और मार्करम का और डीके एंड क्या नाम है सूर्या
सूर्या
कुमार
का.
का, राइट? Do you think the difference was actually not grabbing the chances because DK ka strike rate was very poor,
Pathetic.
but
Yeah.
Miller also started very slow. Magar you're going to give Markram chances, aap catch out chhodenge and everything, then maybe that allowed them to get. Even
Exactly.
though Miller wasn't dropped, but I'm just saying with
Yeah.
those
The thing
mistakes
is,
and also chasing the target. Like I know it's the branding,
yeah.
chasing a target might be easier.
I mean, when you're trying to defend such a low score, you have to be virtually perfect in all departments. मतलब
हाँ.
आपको you have to bat perfectly, you have to bowl everything up perfect. एक भी आप mistake दे दिए, it is going to be costly because the target is so small. So that's where the difference was. South Africa didn't make any mistakes. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not a single mistake was made. The bowling options were perfect. The length, everything was perfect today. And Sky ki brilliance से या knock. Otherwise, they were all over us. I mean, more than 50% of the runs in an innings क्या बोलते हैं भाई? I mean, like, you can't say anything to that, right? 68 runs out of 134, 133. He scored more than 50%. So it could have gone either way. Markram ki catch jo 11th over mein after the 16 run over they hit for against Pandya, that drop, I think more than the run out, that drop was crucial to us. Run out to theek hai, you know, they were both set, but at that point 56 for 4 जब मजा आ जाता था. I mean, then India was well and truly in the game. Until then, I still think South Africa were in an advantageous situation.
Yeah, and Virat Kohli is a great leveler. He was the hero
Exactly.
in that game against Pakistan, played the innings of his life, and then he drops a sitter. It's part of the game. This is why we love the game. You know, like everybody is human, right? Virat Kohli is human also. He's allowed to make a mistake. My first reaction was like, how the hell did he drop that? That's my honest reaction. But like, you understand once the game is done that, like, you know, anybody can happen. And that's why, you know, this game, like, you can't take it for granted, and you can't, like, everyone will make a mistake. Everyone is human. That's completely fine. He dropped it, but in the end it cost him the game. Faiz,
एग्जैक्टली लाइक नो वो डिस्पाइट मतलब देखो भाई मैं किंग की इतनी भी बुराई नहीं करना चाहूंगा बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली उन्होंने अपने को यहाँ तक लेके आए बट उसके बावजूद भी स्टिल वर इन द गेम ना मार रहे थे मैं मानता हूं मार्करम एंड मिलर बट लाइक इवन इन देन इट स्टिल वेंट डाउन द वायर 6 रन ऑफ द लास्ट ओवर
मगर वही रहता है राइट अगर आप लो स्कोरिंग में आप चांस नहीं दे सकते लाइक यू नो अगर आप देख लो इंडिया साउथ अफ्रीका 2007 वर्ल्ड कप उसके हाइलाइट्स निकालो उस वहां पे देखो कैसी फील्डिंग और कैचेस हो रहे थे डायरेक्ट रोहित शर्मा ही मारा था
एंड दिनेश कार्तिक की कैच अगेंस्ट
दिनेश कार्तिक
था क्या वो
नहीं ग्राहम स्मिथ था
हां हां सो
उसमें रोहित शर्मा भी डायरेक्ट हिट मारा था और यहाँ पे 2 रन आउट मिस करा रोहित शर्मा द सेकंड वन तो ने भाग मतलब वो भाग भी कर सकता था आई डोंट नो लाइक हाउ ही मिस दैट ब्रो
लेकिन मेरे लिए एक और टर्निंग पॉइंट ये है लाइक अपार्ट फ्रॉम द कोहली दैट इज अ वेरी थिंग बट अश्विन को जो पीटा यार एक्चुअली बहुत बुरा मारा अश्विन को 43 रन्स कुछ दिया
मतलब ही डिड क्रिएट अ चांस बिफोर दैट
या बट वही है ना भाई लाइक अगर अपन और थोड़ा रिस्ट्रिक्ट कर सकते थे फ्रॉम अश्विन ओवर्स तो 20 ऑड रन्स अगर उन्होंने देता था 23 रन्स फिर भी अपने बैग में रहते थे
ओवर में हां
अब हर जगह में से देखे तो ऑब्वियसली कहीं ना कहीं नुक्स निकलता बैटिंग से ही शुरू करेंगे तो ऑब्वियसली वहां से नुक्स निकलेगा भाई खुली बात साउथ अफ्रीका आई फोड़ के चली गई खुली बात दे रियली डोमिनेटेड द crap out of us from the start of the game literally like sky अगर नहीं रहा तो इज्जत नहीं बचती थी चड्डियां पकड़ के पर्थ के बाहर भागना पड़ता था
Exactly.
मेरे हिसाब से लाइक यू नो ये जो 2-3 गलतियां थे दैट काइंड ऑफ कॉस्ट इंडिया द गेम बिकॉज़ इंडिया स्टार्टेड ऑफ ब्रिलियंटली विद द बॉल आल्सो यू नो प्रेशर में थे उनका रन रेट 3 या 4 था लाइक आफ्टर 6-7 ओवर्स
10 ओवर्स भाई 10 ओवर्स तक 40 for 3 थे 10 ओवर्स पे बोलो
या 10 ओवर्स पे तो आई थिंक गेम था लाइक गेम वाज देयर वेदर या ऑफ कोर्स इट वाज बिकॉज़ ऑफ स्काई द गेम वाज thing and it was I wouldn't say it was India's for the taking but they got the chances even after that to take it closer
exactly
if they just took those chances then it would have been a different ball game फिर आप मार्को यानसेन उन लोग के ऊपर प्रेशर डाल रहे हैं it was just स्टब्स भी एक दो छक्के मार के आउट हो गया था राइट
पार्नर हां स्टब्स तो कुछ भी नहीं एक 4 मारा
हाँ एक बाउंड्री मारा उसके बाद आउट हो गया उन्हें so like it was all about putting pressure on the lower order and you missed that trick by dropping the catch missing the run out even the run out was one over after maybe Ryan
No, it was quite a long time. I think 2-3 overs after, you know, 14th over में कुछ था run out.
2-3 overs.
So I have a question for both of you guys. आप लोग से दोनों से एक सवाल है मुझे कि you know जैसा इंडिया पाकिस्तान मैच में बाबर आजम you know saved the spinner for the last over rather protected him. Do you think Rohit could have done the same thing and bowled out all our paces until the 20th and then brought Ashwin in at the last?
So in my opinion I think it was the right call because Ashwin didn't bowl a wide or no ball at that in that over. He got hit for 2 sixes. That's the risk you're going to take. He did pick up a wicket. Yes, that extra 6, agar nahi khaya to it would have been a different ball game. People said Shami ko leke aao and stuff, but that's the thing. You saw Babar Azam do something opposite. It didn't work out. Yeah. Rohit Sharma did something opposite. It didn't work out. But me personally, I would not. If you ask me, if I'm captain, I'm not bowling the spinner the last over. I'd rather him bowl here. So how did India lose by South Africa hitting those sixes and thing? Not because of extras or pressure. You're not putting pressure on that bowler. Yeah, Ashwin got hit, he got hit, but that's good batting. I would do that. Where Pakistan lost, they lost because of those extras, the wides and everything. And that can be avoided by giving your fast bowler the last over. But last में भी they needed 6 of 6. वो टॉप एज हो गया अगर मिलर अगर आउट हो गया इंस्टेड ऑफ द टॉप एज फिर गेम ऑन था फिर से So I always keep my fast bowlers in the last 2 overs in this situation. And also हिसाब वहाँ पे थोड़ा अलग था. अगर आप देखो, Babar Azam had more overs, more runs to play with. Rohit Sharma didn't have that many runs to play with. So maybe Ashwin, अगर नहीं था कोई और भी पिट गया, तो Ashwin might have to defend 6-7. Then again, it's a hopeless cause. So
yeah, I mean, कुल मिला के बात यही चीज है भाई, वो सिचुएशन में भी we were in the lower क्या बोलते, कम रन थे जैसे मुस्तफा बोला. एंड सेकेंडली लाइक अगर अश्विन डालो या फास्ट बॉलर डालो, रिगार्डलेस 6 रन ही है, तो आई वुड ऑब्वियसली गो विद अ फास्ट बॉलर. दैट देयर इज ऑलवेज दैट स्पिनर को आराम से खेलने भी रहे थे. लाइक अश्विन पिट चुका था ऑलरेडी, तो उसको एंड में ले लेके आना कोई पॉइंट की बात नहीं होती थी, अनलेस आप कोई शमी या किसी को ला रहे थे. बट शमी को भी जरूरी था खत्म कर देने के लिए. तो या आई मीन उतना फर्क नहीं पड़ता था गेम के डायनामिक पे. आइदर वे ना रख दिए थे अपने को.
Yeah, let's go into the eye test and discuss some particular things. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
फैज, आप जो भी बोले सही था. केएल राहुल के बारे में बात करेंगे. He looked again a bit scared. He got a boundary, I think, but again he looked tentative. Again he got out early. This is the third time in the World Cup that he's got out before the power play has ended. No contribution on the scoreboard, putting pressure on the likes of Virat Kohli, Surya Kumar, not giving India that start. So let's talk about KL Rahul, that dismissal and his performance today.
भाई मैं कुछ नहीं, मैं एक साइकाट्रिस्ट का नंबर भेजता हूँ उससे बात करो. और केएल भाई जो भी है ना, शॉर्ट कर लो भाई दिमाग में क्या है. बिकॉज देखो बस तुम ऑलरेडी देख रहे हो, यू हैव इनफ, यू प्लेड एम्पल अमाउंट ऑफ बॉल्स टू अंडरस्टैंड कि भाई बॉल वियर्ड एक्ट कर रहा है, द पिच इज एक्टिंग वियर्ड. तुम 14 बॉल्स कुछ खेले शायद था, 14 बॉल्स लिया उन्हें भाई. तुम टेक्निकली 2 ओवर खेल लिए. एक 6 था, वो भी 6 अच्छा मारा, नॉट डिनाइंग ए शॉट, बट सी आराम से अगेन आउटसाइड ऑफ जा रहा, डाल दिया, टिपिकल एज दे दिया, खत्म, आउट. भाई देयर इज नो पॉइंट, यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड द पिच, प्ले स्लोली. आई वुडंट इवन माइंड इफ यू आर स्टिकिंग देयर. 130 है यार स्कोर, लाइक तुम्हारे लोगों की जरूरत है पिच पे अभी. यू डोंट हैव टू पेस योर इनिंग सो फास्ट. तुम कोई आते की तुम ऐसे भी नहीं है कि सूर्य कुमार के जैसे शुरू से तुम पलटी शॉट और हेलीकॉप्टर शॉट मार सकते नहीं है. आप पे वो काबिलियत नहीं है. आप अपना टाइम लो, आप स्क्वायर कट में, आप क्लास प्लेयर होंगे भाई. लेकिन इतना फुलिशली भी आप आपकी शक्ल पे, लाइक मुस्तफा से टुडे, तो मैं उसकी शक्ल पे भी देखा कि उसकी फट गई थी, खुली बात फट गई थी. लुंगी को देख के फट गई उसकी, लुंगी फट गई उसकी. इनको तो कुछ भी बोलो. तो yeah, so I think now it's time that they have to drop him, or they have to take a very tough call here. Either लोअर ऑर्डर में लाओ, बिकॉज उससे भी आप लोग जैसा बोले फायदा नहीं है. लोअर ऑर्डर में भी लेके आने को उसको कोई फायदा नहीं. उसको फायदा इसलिए इसका कोई 3 मैचेस से फायदा नहीं. अब ऋषभ पंत आना वाजिब हो गया, बिकॉज like we'll talk in the future by why Rishabh Pant is going to be coming on, but फिर anyway या तो इसका slot रहेगा या इसको किससे replace करोगे आप. अगर ऋषभ पंत, दीपक हुडा भी आज कुछ भी नहीं करा,
उन्हें भी डरावा दिखा था. दीपक हुडा
उन्हें तो मुंडी है हटा लिया उन्हें अपनी. एक्चुअली लिटरली आई सॉ नोकिया का बॉल and he turned away from the ball, खाली बैट ऐसा खेला.
एग्जैक्टली. तो भाई आप पिच नहीं समझ रहे, चलो आराम से खेलो, जमाओ अपनी इनिंग्स, नो प्रॉब्लम. प्ले वन ऑफ दोस 50 रन्स ऑफ 40 बॉल, 34 बॉल, नो वन गोना कंप्लेन बिकॉज़ द रन्स आर वेरी लेस. लाइक
अगर मैं आपको बोला उन लोग के भी ओपनर नहीं चले,
उनके ओपनर नहीं चले, लेकिन उनके ओपनर 3 मैचेस से तो नहीं चले ना. क्विंटन डिकॉक 2 मैचेस से तो खेल रहा ना भाई. एंड बमुआ तो छोड़ दो, फिर भी बमुआ कैप्टेंसी में बोला ना, ही इज अ गुड फिगर. आज तो ने अच्छा बात करा है. उन्हें जो प्रेजेंटेशन से पहले पिच रिपोर्ट के टाइम पे भी उन्हें बहुत स्मार्ट बात करा. लाइक दिस विल गिव द वे ही रोटेटेड हिज बॉलर्स आउटसाइड. ही सेड दिस इज गोना ही खुला. आई सेड दिस इज द चांस, इवन आई वुड वांट टू बैट, बट दिस इज द चांस, दिस इज द अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर माय टीम टू शो दैट वी कैन डू एनीथिंग डिस्पाइट द ऑड्स. इतनी बड़ी बात बोल दिया उन्होंने, करके दिखा दिया उन्हें. तो देखो भाई, Bavuma is not performing and no captain is performing right now. Rohit Sharma also played a very terrible shot to get out. I mean, he just hit it, एक छिक्का मारा, उसके बाद दे दिया विकेट फिर उन्हें. तो I think इतना इंटरेस्ट नहीं है इन लोगों को खेलने में, या बिल्कुल दिल उड़ गया. But KL Rahul for me is not going to work, man. Now it's like thing. Unless now he's going to hit some century against Bangladesh again, वही बात हो जाएगी.
Ryan, Faiz mentioned Rohit Sharma. There's a lot of people now saying that Rohit Sharma has the same problem. He doesn't perform against big teams. He's throwing away his wicket. Do you think with him it's more about taking risks and getting out, or is it actually he's also struggling?
I disagree. No, it's the thing is, when you have one player on the other end जिसके साथ आप every match open कर रहे, and he is going through such a bad time, so आपको naturally Rohit Sharma's captain is trying to compensate for Rahul, okay? Because Rahul is not able to provide those quick starts by himself, so Rohit Sharma को double काम करना पड़ा, अपना भी and Rahul का भी. तो उसमें उन्हें अपने ऊपर बहुत प्रेशर दे ले रहा है, and he's trying to play shots that do not fit the situation. अब वो एनगीडी का था,
But with Rohit Sharma's experience, you expect him to be much more mature than that. Especially today, आपको मालूम है खतरनाक bowling है वो. आपको उन्हें खेल चुका है. He knows, and Rohit's played test matches and everything. He has a test. Yeah. Sorry.
ना मुस्तफा भाई नहीं वही बोल रहा था कि आप देखो कब खेला उन्हें वो शॉट. आप 2 overs खेल लिए हैं, ठीक है. 2 overs में you've got 2 sixes off. No, not even 2 sixes. Yeah, 2 sixes. 6 or 12 runs in the first 3 overs. अब आप one end से that guy is struggling and he's a walking wicket. उन्हें कभी भी lose कर सकता अपनी wicket, ठीक है. केएल राहुल उन्हें कभी भी he'll play a long shot जैसा खेला, उन्हें क्या shot खेला, I don't understand. Wasn't even a genuine edge. तो उसको compensate करने में इन्हें फिरा रहा था अपनी bat, and he had to get quick runs because middle overs में आती कि वो ground में score करना, बड़े scores लाना बहुत मुश्किल है. Power play में जितना attack कर लो आप अपना बड़ा एक टोटल 6 ओवर में कर दो. तो उसमें आड़ में आके वो बॉल जरा ज्यादा राइज कर गया, and he got out. I still trust Rohit Sharma because I have a personal bias also. I love the player and he's the captain and he will show up. But the thing is, Rahul, as Faizbhai said, it's high time. Last match में बोला था एक और मैच दो साउथ अफ्रीका से, चांस दो उसको, फिर ड्रॉप करके एक मैच पंत को लाके देखो क्या होता ओपन. अब तो कार्तिक भी इंजर्ड है, तो अब पंत को खेलना ही पड़ेगा. So that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Ashish ka sawal hai, extremely close friend of mine, is saying next 2 games are with weaker teams. Don't you think KL Rahul should be given an extended rope to get the form back? Can't chop and change as we don't have a proper opener in the squad. Pant is not an option. I think Pant is an option. And also, in my opinion, I mean, first I'll let you take this question as well. But in my opinion, KL Rahul has been given a rope, and against Netherlands he didn't perform also. Yeah, okay, it was a wrong decision, whatever it is, but it's not about his technique. I'm not worried about his technique. I'm not worried about his shots. I think KL Rahul can win you games, and today I picked him in my fantasy pick yesterday, right? Like I said that KL Rahul will perform because I backed that guy. I think he has the talent, but now you can see clearly on his face this guy is not mentally there. He's not he's afraid of the bowling. He's not in form. He's scared of losing his wicket. He's not showing any intent. Ab Rohit Sharma ko bhi dekh lo. I think Ashish is saying over here, he set the template. I think that's not true. Rohit set the template of aggressive cricket. He always played like that. He struggles against good quality bowling. Ek do sixes wala player nahi hai. He used to play better innings before. Yeah, look, with Rohit Sharma, in recent times, he's got out in good bowling attacks. But if you just look at the Asia Cup against Sri Lanka, it was a good bowling attack and they were Asian champions. He played an amazing innings. It was outstanding innings from Rohit Sharma. We haven't seen KL Rahul do that against a good quality attack. You wouldn't say that Sri Lanka is the best, but they were Asian champions and Rohit Sharma did pull off an innings. So I don't completely agree that Rohit Sharma doesn't know how to play good bowling. Even in the 2019 World Cup, he was outstanding. But yes, he has to be more responsible. I agree with that. The boss is in the house. Boss, 1 second. So yeah, to answer that question is the Rahul thing. I think you can chop and change because if he does not perform against Bangladesh, this is going to have a career effect. Like it's not only going to have an effect in this tournament, it's going to affect on his career. So maybe you'd make that change and you just try something different. If it doesn't work out, it's okay. But maybe you'd make that gamble. Yeah, Faiz.
Say if someone like if people start criticizing Kohli due to his bad form, and Kohli is one of the best players in the world of cricket, right? At some point, everyone got irritated by Kohli. और सर यार उसको थोड़ा time दो, कुछ कहीं ना कहीं चिढ़ मचती यार. आप warm up में 50 मारे ऑस्ट्रेलिया के साथ. If I'm not wrong, KL Rahul hit a 50 against Australia in the warm up matches, and उधर अच्छे बॉलर आए, पिच भी अच्छी है, लेकिन भाई फिर क्या हुआ? वही बात है, गिर गए, क्या हुआ मसला? Like तुम्हारे को क्या हो रहा है? एंड आप जो
अंडर प्रेशर नहीं कर सक रहा
नहीं, और भाई अंडर प्रेशर क्या है तुमको? नेदरलैंड्स जैसा आशीष भाई बोल रहे, वीकर टीम नेदरलैंड्स भाई आज भी देख लो, बेचारे अल्लाह अल्लाह बोल के 80 तक आया, 90 तक आए. वो भी पाकिस्तान मेड इट सीम लाइक अ 200 टोटल, व्हिच लाइक आई टोल्ड यू गाइस, इट सेम इतनी बोरिंग मैच थी, लेकिन फिर भी नेदरलैंड्स तक 92 पे आ गई यार. कुछ तो भी कर ले के वीकर टीम है. उसके अगेंस्ट भी आप टेंशन में आके विकेट दे दे रहे और आप डीआरएस भी नहीं करे उसके ऊपर. लाइक आप खुद अपनी विकेट फेंक के आगे. तो आई मीन अगर आपको खेलना है तो आप फुल हार्ट से खेलो, थोड़ा एग्रेसिव हो जाओ यार, नो प्रॉब्लम, तुम एग्रेसिव नेचर तो भी बताओ। तुम आए ऐसा दिख रहा, व्हेन यू एंटर द रूम ओनली द मूड ऑफ द होल स्टेडियम इज लाइक अरे नहीं आ गया यार, अरे आ गया भाई, खेलने जा, चले आ, 2 बॉल दे दो भाई इसको, चले आता है भाई थोड़ा।
Mr. Sorry, Fez, but boss, how are you?
We have
सलाम साहब।
अरे नको करो
speaking
ना
of
ऐसा सब।
boss, Musti, we have some Vimlesh bhai who's talking to the boss. साहब भाई के बारे में तारीफ हो रही।
Hey, I'm not the boss, bro. This is because the boss allows me to go on different channels. अरे नहीं, बहुत शुक्रिया आपका कमेंट के लिए, इंशाल्लाह आएंगे वहाँ पे भी. They're good friends of ours. Manoj came yesterday from Sports Yari on our channel, and it was a great conversation. If you've missed that, please catch up. And he did say that Markram is his fantasy pick, so that was a very good pick from him. Don, we'll just continue because Ashish is commenting. He's saying I want to start off with this from you. I'll put you in the thing. I'm talking about the present, not the past. Last month or so, Rohit is not playing up to his level.
So there is a lot of chatter about that in Twitter. There is. I don't know if you guys have spoken about it, but I'm starting to see what people are talking about. I'm starting to see that there is that little bit of maybe that he's not 100% fit. Bol ke news aa raha hai. It's happening, but I think at this point in time, because of the fact that Rohit Sharma is such a valuable player for this side, I think a 80% fit Rohit Sharma is still better than a lot of other options out there. With due respect, because he brings in a lot of the captaincy as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. And also, Rohit is also scoring those runs. The same reason why Virat Kohli was not dropped. Virat Kohli was not getting 100, but he was scoring 50s, 60s. Rohit Sharma is getting those 50s and everything. You can say he got a chance against Netherlands, against Sri Lanka. We still lost the game, whatever it is. But he is scoring runs. It's not like he isn't scoring runs. If you're looking at very, very recent, today he didn't score. But in general, he is scoring runs on and off. But he's not at his peak form. That's 100% true. And wo run out to clear, he should have got that run out.
Yeah. Peak form is the problem, but people can't be in peak form. Virat Kohli 2016 might never come back because Virat Kohli in 2016 was peak of peak. उन्हें हर game में मार रहा था 900 plus IPL runs. That kind of a season. It's hard to kind of get that. With cricket, it's almost difficult. It's a difficult sport. It's a great leveler. You drop a simple catch today, you miss a very easy run out today. These things will happen in sport. But what Rohit Sharma provides at the top, especially since he's changed that little bit of going from the ball one, and with the captaincy that he brings, I think he's still a very valuable asset for the side for the next year or so. I think maybe after 2023 World Cup, it's probably time to look forward, move on, because I don't think he stays till the 25 World Cup, because he's already 36, 37, 39, 40 pe Aajkal players, they don't play unless you're like of that 8% body fat like Virat Kohli has, and you're like in that kind of stature where you have fitness peak. Rohit ka nahi hai, bichara. I mean, it doesn't work for him. He's probably barely passing the yo-yo test right now. In a year or two, he won't pass it. So he won't make the squad. And there are people like Shubman Gill that are coming up the ranks that will keep knocking the door strong. And at some point in the next year and a half, it's going to happen that door is going to break. And Shubman Gill, with the talent that he has, is going to break into this side.
I think we have two Virat Kohli fans in the section where Vimlesh Bhai is saying people say Rohit is playing aggressive, but his strike rate is 140 and he's not scoring two ducks versus RSA, and that 40 was run a ball. His average this year is 25 ran. I'll let you take this.
Sorry, can I see the question again, Zara? My internet was lagging.
That's Rohit, people say he's the aggressive, but his strike rate is 140 and he's not scoring two ducks versus South Africa. I mean, he's I don't know what that means, but basically he's saying that
scoring a duck.
Uska strike rate kharab hai. It's not that great, even though he's playing the aggressive template, and his average is 25.
Yeah, but Rohit ka kya, jaisa like thing is, captain ki bhi jagah rehni padti. He's the national captain. He can't just be dropped, and uska form is not as bad as KL Rahul ka. Still average 25, but strike rate 140 is a decent strike rate. Vimlesh bhai, even as a opener, when you are again फिर से बोलूंगा मैं, when you are compensating for KL Rahul, 140 is a strike rate of a Chris Gayle, prime Chris Gayle almost. Because he has to play for two people again. I'm going to keep on repeating that until KL Rahul finds that confidence back. Rohit को जाना ही पड़ेगा, उसको कंजर्वेटिव भी खेलना पड़ेगा, उसको एग्रेसिव भी खेलना पड़ेगा. उन्हें एक बॉक्स इन है उन्हें. अब आप देखिए, alright, I'm going to give you an example, okay? Against Netherlands, after KL Rahul got out, look at the freedom Rohit Sharma played with. when he had Virat Kohli next to him, and compare how he played with KL Rahul in the first 2 overs of the match. He was kind of defensive, trying to compensate for Rahul. तो वो ही उसका once उसको पता चल गया कि his partner is there for him, he's also there, then he can play that aggressive innings when KL Rahul used to be in form, when Shikhar Dhawan ke saath he used to had a regular partnership, when he plays with Kohli, so and so. So just a difference in difference in partnership with maybe a Pant brought in will immediately bring up Rohit Sharma's game. That's my opinion.
Will DK be fit for the next game? Early prediction?
Unlikely.
I don't think so.
So then what's your option? Because Pant is coming in as a straight swap for DK.
Then
stick with Huda. Stick with Deepak Huda as a number 6, that finisher role, and play Akshar Patel as well.
But उन्हें खुद finish हो गया आज.
जब नॉकियर 150 के बुलेट्स डाल रहा तो आप क्या कुछ भी सकते हैं खुदा भाई.
Also maybe you can play Virat and Rohit to open and play Huda at 3, because I think he's a good number or top order. I don't trust Huda as a finisher.
फिर यहाँ पे कैप्टनसी गेटिंग बेटर ऑफ रोहित. IPL डिफरेंट होता है, इंटरनेशनल लेवल इज टोटली डिफरेंट. रन आउट एंड देन bowling changes, totally clueless. Why was Huda playing if he's not bowling? Look, I completely agree with the first part that it is completely different to IPL. There is a lot of pressure on him. You can see that, and also people saying that Virat Kohli gets angry and things. Rohit Sharma also gets angry as Indian captain. So that is there. I completely agree with the first part. But in terms of total clueless, they still took it deep. It was his own mistake and Virat Kohli's mistake that kind of let go of the game. They still took it deep. But you talk about the bowling change, Don, I want to get your opinion on this, because me and Faz and Ryan discussed this. The Ashwin over, we saw what happened in the Pakistan game. Do you think he got it wrong over here?
It was a tricky call. Honestly, to be very honest, it was a tricky call. They went with a I think an unexpected kind of move. I think that's what Rohit was, because everyone was thinking ki theek hai, Ashwin will bowl the 20th over. So he just went in with that kind of a gamble. Ki agar, if he mishits one, it gets caught in the deep, big boundaries, you can get caught in the deep, aisa kuch ho sakta. And that would have changed the complexion of the game, because if Miller gets out in that over, then India's on top. Until then, India was just trying, they had like a nail in the door. They were trying to open it up. Bahut mushkil ho rahi thi. Unfortunately, what happened? First 2 balls, 2 sixes. After that, they were really behind the par. After that, game was done. Even though it went into the last over, that they were into the last 2 balls, it was never really in control. I think that in hindsight, everything can. Hindsight is always going to haunt you, bolte na. Yeah. But I feel everyone was a little worried. But today, when Bangladesh played last over, में spinner डाले, it worked out. But इतना ड्रामा हो गया था, वो नो बॉल, फिर ये वो बहुत चीजें हो गए थे. Just became unnecessary. Yeah.
नहीं, but वो भी अलग reason है, लेकिन उसका भी.
Correct. वो became unnecessary. So I think that they went with that gamble. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off. I'm not saying that it was the right call, because in hindsight, difficult हो सकता. But you have to give him credit for trying something different. I know अपना boy आशीष मेरे को personally message करके गालियां देने वाला है, but I just felt that it is not a bad idea to try something different at that time. But Ashwin ka career, I think, is pretty much done after this now. I don't think he comes back from this kind of a performance, unfortunately.
I mean, Ashish has a right to give the opinion.
Of course, he has a right, and he has a right to give me guidance also, because he knows.
On the contrary,
because also Virat Kohli.
Yeah, अब्रार भाई, अगर वही अश्विन अर्ली फर्स्ट ओवर में उसकी विराट कोहली कैच ले लेता तो फिर आप बोलते थे अश्विन का कैरियर और 4 साल चलना. सो दोनों है.
That is the unfortunate. Cricket is such a great leveler. First over में आप easy catch, इतना simple. आप दिमाग में नहीं सोचते वो बेचारा अर्शदीप, it happened in Asia Cup, अर्शदीप को विराट कोहली of all the people, my आंख चले गई भाई बॉल से. होता कभी होता है
कि पूरा पाकिस्तान ये मैच देख रहा था. That was the problem.
And as much as any Pakistani fan wants to come and tell me कि हमला होना बोल के हारे, कोई भी क्रिकेट खेल के होना बोल के नहीं हारता.
आपका नहीं था ये opinion?
हाँ, मैं मस्ती कर रहा था मैं. But I'm just saying कोई भी होना बोल के नहीं हारता. I think
I also, that's
no
ridiculous.
way.
He made a mistake. He's human, and it's a good lesson for all of us that like some human beings है, सब गलतियां करेंगे. Like they will play world class innings and we'll think they're superhuman, but everybody is human in that
no way. One does it. Intentionally अगर उन्हें करेंगे तो then he's going to get banned.
नहीं यार,
match fixing ये वो बहुत किरकिरे हो जाते. It's not worth it.
But इंटेंशनली करेंगा भी कई बार बिकॉज उसके वजह से हारने की वजह से और पिंडे में मिल गया अपन बिकॉज नाउ जिम्बाब्वे एंड बांग्लादेश बोथ हैव अ चांस, आई डोंट
I
थिंक
don't.
इंटेंशनली कोई करेगा.
बट
I'll tell
दो
you
UAE
one
साइड
को
से
thing.
तो
I
हारे.
don't.
दोनों को हरा देंगे.
I'll tell you one thing. I
हाँ
don't
but
think they didn't even think about Pakistan for 1 minute.
Yeah,
They needed
not a
to win
second.
this game because now there's rain predicted in that India Bangladesh match. It makes India's chances also a bit up and down. They're not.
अरे नहीं
Uh,
यार.
they want to win every game. And अगर फिक्स था तो फिर उन्हें जब पाकिस्तानी फैंस भी जब बोलना था कि अर्शदीप का जब ड्रॉप कैच हुआ था अगेंस्ट पाकिस्तान, he dropped it so that Sri Lanka can go into the final. You should have said it then, you to keep it consistent. So that's all ridiculous. They put their effort, they made mistakes, and we've seen this. Also, we have to understand, I've mentioned this before, that this Indian team is not as solid as it is before. They
Yeah.
will have holes in this team, and
Yeah.
Bumrah is a big miss. Jadeja's big miss, and one of the India's best players, Deepak Chahar, is a big miss, bro. He's ये pitch में कितना banana swing करता है. Let's just take a few comments, and I'm going to put these to you guys only. So, Don, should UC Chahal come in because we need wickets in middle overs? Today we could not get wickets after a power play till the game was just done and dusted.
I completely agree with that analogy. I think bringing in a UZ is an important aspect, but I think they're going with Ash on the basis of his complexity. He the variations uske अच्छे हैं, उन्हें थोड़े चीजें different try करता, and you can expect top edges and getting caught in the deep. That's what they are trying. But in the past 2-3 games, it hasn't really worked because Ash has not been amongst the wickets. So trying in a UZ is not a bad ploy, but you have gone in with this kind of thing. Your plan A is Ash, and he's going to be your spinning option in there. And I feel like Ash and Akshar are very similar. So today I was actually a little bit happy with that kind of situation where they played only Ash. I was a little surprised bringing Huda in as your finisher because I don't trust him as a finisher. I trust him as an opening batsman, or sorry, top order batsman. So usme problem ho raha, but I think if you've gone in with plan A, it's too early to change plan A. I still think that you give him another chance or so, and then agar nahi hua to fit ke last game mein you try UZ or whatever. But I still think that I'm a personal big fan of Ash, and with the worry of being a little biased over here, I still think that Ash has a little bit more to provide, and I think that he can get it right, and when he gets it right, he's lethal.
Ryan, for you, Harshal should have played in Perth. Team management being consistent with super calls and big tournaments. So you think Harshal Patel should have played today?
No, I think with the pace bowling lineup was fine. अपने चार pacers जो थे. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, go
थोड़ा
ahead.
lag हो रहे हैं.
Oh, okay. नहीं, Harshal Patel, I don't think so. अपनी pace bowling lineup so far have been really consistent. Arshdeep has got 3 against Pakistan. Pandya got 3 against Pakistan. Shami has been very economical. Hui has been superb. So I didn't see why Harshal Patel was needed. But Harshal as an extra option, probably yes, because he gives you that batting depth as well in place of Ashwin, or could have kept Akshar and taken Ashwin out and Harshal. So,
instead of Huda, I think that's what.
No, but Huda ke sath our batting becomes very, very thin.
Very weak.
Six batters ho jate. And then you have to rely on Ashwin and Harshal, and they are not in that kind of a ground. They can't clear the boundary easily. So Harshal for Ashwin could have been an option, Ashish bhai. So that's what I think.
What do you call it? For you, Faiz, Ashwin bowled good and created chances, but it's just wrong timing of the over. Should have bowled 20th. Shami and Bhuvi were bowling very good.
Yeah, I mean, है वो अगर वही है ना भाई, कुल मिला के बात है उन्हें, he went for an experiment and he failed. It's the same thing with Babar.
The thing is, if you take you back, Ashwin did bowl a last over in the Asia Cup against
Champions
Pakistan.
Trophy also.
And still got hit for 2 6s though.
Yes, शायद Afridi के कैसे थे 6s वो याद है मेरे को.
Afridi के 6s अभी तक दिल में बजते वो. So Virat Kohli was present in that game. I don't know if Rohit Sharma was, but maybe that played in their mind. We don't know. But look, where you lost the game was not in that. In my opinion, you lost the game in that catch and that run out. Like that's where you lost it, because you're defending a small target. When you're defending a small target, one error, you lose the game. I'm not saying that. I'm not bashing Virat Kohli. I'm not bashing Rohit Sharma. But that's the honest truth. That's where you lost the game. I don't think you lost it in bowling changes. You didn't lose it because of Arshdeep or I think, you can blame KL Rahul a bit at the top. You can blame the way Rohit Sharma batted and all that, batting as well. But you had South Africa at that time. You had them under pressure. Their run rate was 4 in the first 10 overs, which is ridiculously low. So India was much higher than that. I think India was almost 60 in 10 overs, right? They were just above 60
Yes.
in 10 overs.
Yeah, 60. Yeah.
Over there.
And also, until when will the DK experiment work, Abrar bhai, Musaf bhai, Faiz bhai? कब तक उसका अपन specialist finisher role कब तक उसको protect करेंगे? Because when any time before the 60th over आ रहा, उसकी strike rate 60 भी cross नहीं करती. तो
अब
क्या
तो नहीं
करेंगे?
बढ़ेगा।
Don't you know my opinion on this?
I feel like I'm outnumbered here in terms of the DK experiment not working. I know Musti has always been talking about it. I know Ryan, your thing, and Faiz also. I don't think is a fan of DK. My only thing is I don't think punt at 6 works in a T20 game. That is my only thing. Maybe DK is not working, and I still think that's a bit harsh because I think he's performed and he's done. Yes, he hasn't done it in the recent past, but he has performed in the past, and that on the basis of that, you're going for him, and you made a call. This is your call that DK and Hardik are your finishers. Punt at 6 will not work. So you have to, in my opinion, continue with DK. And like I said, Punt is young. He'll learn from this, and he'll come back as a strong player. But he's in your top 4. He's not in your number 6, in my opinion.
I just want to know why you don't think punt will work in the 6. I just want to know your opinion. Why?
Because I think punt needs a few balls to get going. I don't think DK needs that. When he gets going from ball 1. So punt का क्या है? Punt को top 3 में या top 4 में डाले ना, तो he comes in the 8th, 10th, 12th over. उसको 4-5 ball मिलते, then he can be 2 of 10, and then he can be 40 of 20. That's my thing. अरे बाप रे.
आज के हिसाब से अगर अपन देखे, he didn't get going on the first ball, and Pant in this situation, even Sego, मैं personally, even Musliman, I don't really like Pant. Pant को situation के हिसाब से नहीं खेलने आता, उसका अलग मीटर मारा हुआ रहता है, और कहीं भी जाता शुरू हो जाता. So Pant अभी के लिए DK का जो रोल है आपके हिसाब से, even I'm with that, because वो जो last के 6 overs is good. He knows how to sort of be a good tag team partner, but an individual star नहीं बन सकता उन्हें.
Don,
I mean?
I don't want him to be an individual star. I think this is the last tournament. I don't think he's going to play after this. One days में तो है नहीं होने उसका. T20 World Cup is next in 2025, so we are not going to be seeing anything in 24 and 25 में बोल रहे शायद. December, Jan ऐसा कुछ बोल रहे. Yeah. So either way, it's not going to work out, right? So and DK is already 37 years old. At 40, he's not going to play. So I think this is the end. This is the one. It's a one-time thing. You've gone in with that kind of a setup for this World Cup. You're giving DK a chance. I think you go through with it. If you win and come out, also you get past him. If you don't win and come out, also you get past him. Because this is the last kind of big stage. Maybe he plays a few more games while the transition happens or whatever. But this is the end of DK because 38 के बाद नहीं खेल सकते आप.
अच्छा, अभी मेरे को पूरों से एक सवाल है. अच्छा मुस्तफा, तुम्हारा पॉइंट बोलो.
No, just adding to Faz's point that, DK, most of the time I see him, he only comes for 2-3 overs. If Pant comes in that situation, we don't know what he's going to produce. So, we need to see that in that situation.
एक चीज मैं एक्चुअली अबरार भाई से एग्री करूंगा कि पंत जो है, जैसा आप बोले, वो 5-10 बॉल्स उसको रहना पड़ता है. एंड ऑल्सो एक थिंग आई गिव डीके ओवर पंत इज दैट डीके इज वेरी नेचुरल एट फाइंडिंग गैप्स, जो पंत को नहीं आता. DK plays बहुत अच्छा करता बॉल. Pant needs a more open field. So जितना भी इसको higher up खेला, he'll be better. So you have to find and groom someone who can do that job of DK. And currently, I'm not sure who there are in the cricket. वो शाहरुख खान है, but he's way far behind. He's not ready for the Indian team.
What about Sanju Samson?
Again, more of a top order player. He plays even in the IPL at the top order.
If I had to choose, I'd choose Sanju Samson as your finisher over a punt. Because I think Sanju again is a very, very technically gifted player, and he has the natural ability to find the gaps. But he has only played in the top 4 in his career, so it might take him some time to transition into that.
So KL Rahul को निकालो.
KL को तो निकल रहा है. And if you remove KL, you bring in Pant at number. You try him as an opener for a year or so and give him that freedom के ठीक है भाई, next 15 गेम के लिए आप ओपनर है, दिखा हमारे को क्या दिखा सकते. उसमें से आप एक 2-3 गेम हमारे को जिता दिए, तो then you are continuous kind of a player. Then Shubman Gill comes in place of Rohit Sharma, which will happen next year or whatever. That transition happens again. Instead of KL ka replacement, because I still think KL will be in this team for a longer period of time. I think he has a longer rope than a lot of people, including all of us, are giving him. I think he has a little bit of a longer rope than it is being portrayed right now.
Where's your questions up?
Sorry,
नहीं हो गया क्वेश्चन, समझ गया मैं.
क्या?
आंसर मिल गया मेरे को.
अच्छा,
नहीं
आंसर
संजू
मिल
का
गया.
ही पूछ रहा था मैं, संजू का ही पूछ रहा था मैं.
अच्छा, संजू सैमसन का.
अच्छा, लेकिन आई थिंक आप लोग बात कर लिए होंगे इसके बारे में, बट आई हैव टू जस्ट पुट इन अ पॉइंट ओवर हियर. कैन वी ऑन करंट फॉर्म अग्री दैट सूर्य कुमार इज द बेस्ट आउट ऑफ द बेस्ट? ही इज द क्रीम डाला क्रीम
Yes.
Yeah,
Just
like
the confidence
in
and
world
ability
in
has
world
दिखाया.
cricket. I'm not talking to me in Indian, in
in
world cricket.
world cricket.
Oh, yeah. Him and Kohli. I'm sorry. At the moment.
रैंक नंबर 3 है उन्हें.
वो कुछ भी मैटर नहीं करता भाई. ये लोग 20 की स्ट्राइक रेट पे 100 रन मार लिए तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला है. सूर्य को मैच
unbelievable, bro. And pressure में मारा आज उन्हें.
Exactly.
He and
There's
the
a
pitch was
lot of criticism के उसको बोल रहे थे कि जब फ्रीडम मिलता तब मारता है. देखो आज लोअर ऑर्डर के साथ खेल के एंड तक जाके he got a team to a respectable total कि they had something to play for. They could have easily been 100 all out.
Yeah.
That could have easily happened.
Don, you have your answer. You have your answer over here. No, Kohli is number 1. Surya is number 2. But no, Don, I'll tell you something though. This is my mistake. We're taking a lot of credit away from South Africa. We're criticizing India, which is
Yes.
rightly so.
Yes.
But even with the way they bowled, right? First of all, we already mentioned Nokia and Gidi was outstanding. Rabada was brilliant. And this South African team, we discussed this, me and Don, multiple times, that whatever is happening in India is completely different. In Australia and Perth, they're going to be completely different. They might choke, they might not win the World Cup, whatever it is. But this team is playing outstanding cricket, and there was no hope. There's a lot of political issues in this country. They have all this like team selection issues. Their captain is not performing, or whatever it is. But they've come back. And they built this team. We thought after Dale Steyn, Morne Morkel, AB de Villiers, there's going to be no South Africa. But it shows that this nation produces talent.
With due respect
no
to Dale Steyn, Albie Morkel, Morne Morkel, I think the current crew of Rabada, Nokia,
a huge call, bro.
and
That's
Gidi,
huge.
I'm not saying that they are the best. I'm not saying that they are as on power. I'm saying that they have the capability in the next few years to surpass that. That's all I'm saying, if they can stick together. Because young Rabada is probably a little bit older, but Nokia is young, Ngidi is young. They have a years
Actually,
of
Rabada is younger than all of them.
Oh,
He's
never mind.
26.
Rabada is
been in
26. He's been
I think he's
playing
been
for
in
a
the
long
scene.
time.
Yeah, he's been in the scene for a
but-
long time. Yeah.
Like also, but रबाड़ा का कैच क्या था यार वो आज.
वाह, क्या catch
और
था.
क्या
Athletic
catch किया
fielding.
यार.
क्या वो क्या
वो सोच
वो
के
लोग-
फिर विराट का सोच रहे तो दिल
हाँ.
ऐसा खून निकल
Flawless थे
रहा
वो लोग in all departments आज मेरे हिसाब से,
yeah,
in the field
yeah.
and with the ball. मैं
हाँ,
वैसा like complete fielding performance and bowling performance is very rare to see. जिस तरीके से
I saw
South
a
Africa
scope that they
played.
can choke in the pressure moments, because
Yeah.
today also that light chase there was a problem over there, so there is tendency to choke. So I'm not going to take that away from them, but just the quality of cricket they're playing since last year, I really enjoy it, man. Even Faz knows, like I personally really like this team along with New Zealand, but South Africa, just the brand of cricket they play, hard, fast bowling, putting batsmen under pressure, those test match lengths, some of those deliveries were unplayable. Hats off
and
to them.
perfect condition in Perth is perfect conditions for this kind of a bowling attack to just
Yes.
go berserk.
Yeah. Bavuma with the bat might struggle, but captaincy-wise, he's on top of his game. Bowling changes was amazing, and
Yes.
this is why, we discussed this yesterday. This is why Ashish got it spot on. This is why they've backed Bavuma, because they all trust him as a captain. He's the one who got this unit together.
And Ashish, this is why we should trust Rohit.
In Rohit, we trust. No, I understand from Ashish's point of view.
Ashish will win that thing.
I'm just messing with
Ashish.
But yeah, he's not going to. Ashish didn't have the same energy when Kohli was making mistakes as captain. So yeah,
I'm just messing with Ashish. He's my boy.
Bavuma, yeah, that's why they backed Bavuma. He got the band together. He's the one who created this team. Look, he will be under pressure if they don't win games. Like how we're criticizing Rohit, KL Rahul, Bavuma पे भी आएंगे लोग. But the way he handled his bowlers,
कौन नहीं है उसके ऊपर.
But like कल भी अपन जो बात कर रहे थे, it's all because Bavuma. अपन जो बात कर रहे थे कल के भाई, Bavuma actually backing his players in the right thing and making the right call in terms of changes as well. आज जैसे लुंगी को ला लिया और लुंगी फाड़ दिया पूरे अपने की, and
सही टाइम पे लेके आया उसको, like he knew कब लेके आना, फिर नोकी को लेके आया, फिर वो वैसा करा, स्पिनर को कब लेके आना, he knew exactly what to do.
और obvious change, yeah.
हाँ
बोलिए फिर।
नहीं सही है, ऑब्वियस चेंज के अलावा भी, बट लाइक वो टाइम पे कॉल करना बहुत बड़ी बात है भाई, बिकॉज आप इंडिया के साथ खेल रहे तो कंसिडरेबली आई इन गुड फॉर्म। एंड मेरे हिसाब से वो है कि एक लॉयल्टी आ गई इन लोगों को बबूमा की तरफ से, व्हाट यस्टरडे आल्सो वी स्पोक अबाउट कि भाई निगा सही बैक करो, सही रहो प्लेयरों के साथ, एटलीस्ट आप परफॉर्म नहीं करें, नो वन गोना क्वेश्चन यू बिकॉज ऑफ द backing and the calls that you're making as a captain. And I don't think still in the South Africa team anyone wants to stand up for the spot of captaincy, despite of whatever we discussed yesterday about the way things happen in South Africa. But मेरे को अभी भी लगता है कि भमुआ बहुत solid captain है।
कैंप में जो camaraderie है और that unity is there, it's impeccable and it's something to learn for, you know. They must have learned it from Arsenal because Arsenal's doing the exact same thing. अब South Africa वो कर
आर्सेनल का तो नहीं मालूम, न्यूजीलैंड से सीखे होंगे डॉन, न्यूजीलैंड का भी देख लो। केन विलियमसन
Arsenal top of the league, man, top of the Premier League.
bro.
Shout out to all Guinness. Huh?
Not for everyone, bro. Not for everyone to win. Liverpool हार के
ये कोई लिवरपूल फैंस नहीं है अपने पास।
I just hate Rohit, guys. That's part of the fun as cricket fans. As long as you don't kill each other, like, you know, because there was this messed up story that a Rohit fan, Virat fan killed each other. Something happened over there. But you don't have to you know.
Ashish don't kill Don.
Faiz bhai, don't kill me. I love Rahul. Faiz bhai, don't kill me. I love Rahul.
आशीष डोंट किल डॉन। हमारे पैसे आने का आज 31st है, कल 1st है भाई।
भैया फैज, मेरे को ये सवाल पे सवाल है, कैन बबूमा टेक साउथ अफ्रीका टू फाइनल्स एंड ब्रेक द कर्स? अगर हम ये जवाब सही देते तो we'd be millionaires, bro.
But I'm putting a bold prediction out there. Yes.
New Zealand South Africa final?
Oh boy, that's gonna be freaking amazing.
Look, I think
I'd love it for the cricket.
अच्छा, yeah, sorry Don, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I'd love it for the cricket. At that point, whoever wins, doesn't matter.
मैं आपको एक चीज बोलूं, मैं एक चीज प्रेडिक्ट कर रहा हूं आपसे, पाकिस्तान will beat South Africa. That's just my prediction.
But that doesn't matter. Pakistan will still be out.
They'll still make it.
You heard it first.
Either first or second.
No, but then like your semi-finals and everything, who are favorites, it'll play with your brain. You won't know who's going to win.
Fez is making a very bold prediction. Let's go.
I'm not making a prediction. I was going to say let's freeze India South Africa for 1 minute and let's go to Zimbabwe Bangladesh because वहाँ पे भी कुछ crazy हो गया था।
क्या भाई, थोड़ा तो टाइम देना पड़ेगा मैच को।
वो मैच I don't think मुस्लिम तुम लाइव देखे हो मैच?
I saw the end of it.
भाई मैं
पूरा देखा सेकंड।
लिटरली पागल हो गया था एंड में, क्या ड्रामा हुआ था। रुको आशीष भाई मैं चेक सेंड, आशीष भाई बेस्ट फ्रेंड है मेरे। हेलो अबराम भाई कौन है? आशीष भाई आई, मैं फैज हूं, मुस्तफा का बहुत पुराना दोस्त हूं। आप कभी आइए पॉडकास्ट पे। तो खैर इतना जबरदस्त मैच था। पहले तो यू नो नजमुल अच्छा इनिंग्स खेला, उसके अलावा और कोई खेले नहीं। 70 रन 19 मारा बेचारा, जितने भी उन्होंने बनाए 150 कुछ। अगेन लेकिन शाकिब की कैप्टनसी को दाग देना पड़ेगा एंड में।
शाकिब
had the same circumstances as बाबर आजम के सेम था, बट एटलीस्ट उसके बॉलर्स वहां पे हक दिए नहीं, उसके बॉलर अच्छा डाले। मुस्तफिजुर बॉल्ड अमेजिंग, मुस्तफिजुर का एक ओवर बेहतर। एंड तस्कीन यारो क्या बॉलर है डॉन, उन्हें क्या मूवमेंट डाला,
सुपर
यार उसकी अलग ही डर हो रहा था, देखने में डर हो रहा था, खेलने में कितना डर होना। इतना ऑड मूवमेंट है उसके बॉलिंग का। एंड फिर एंड में वो मुसद्दिक भाई, आई थिंक हमारे रैन भाई का प्लेयर है जो ने बोले थे, मैं देखा था,
मैं बोला था ना, देखा था, मैं बैटिंग की बात कर रहा था कि बॉलिंग की नहीं कर।
उन्हें बैटिंग तो दिखाई नहीं अभी तक,
दिखाया नहीं।
No, but yeah, to bowl that last over and to have that kind of consistency where you're not giving any space to the batsman.
Yeah.
मजा आ गया।
The match, as we said, India, Pakistan, South Africa, the match was won in the field. Bangladesh, Zimbabwe, the match was won in the field. वो रन आउट में ये टूर्नामेंट का बेस्ट रन आउट था, क्योंकि ऑन द टर्न फ्लाइंग बैकवर्ड्स, वन स्टंप टू एम एट, एंड वो लोग का सेट बैट्समैन शॉन विलियम्स, उन्हें अगर वो नहीं डाला तो जिम्बाब्वे वाज कंफर्टेबली विनिंग दैट मैच।
खेल रहा था उन्हें शॉन
42 भाई।
मैं और रैन ऑफलाइन बात कर रहे थे। We just said that this is a chance for Sean Williams to show because एकदम 31 for 4 हो गए थे। Faiz, me and Ryan were talking and we were like, अरे ये this is the chance। मैं बोला this is the chance for Sean Williams to kind of show big experience लाके and end तक लेके गया। Unfortunately, कैप्टन जाके गेम पलट गया। I would like to apologize to Shakib, मैं बहुत उसको criticize कर रहा हूँ, but that change and that captaincy setup
Yeah.
hats off to him,
Yeah.
boss.
And Abrar
अभी
bhai,
Finally,
लेकिन
the reason अपन तीनों बात कर रहे थे was because Mustafa bhai was on the second floor of his hotel.
Yes, yes.
the but like the for
ऐसा कुछ नहीं
but the
था.
setup is the setup in itself कैसा था, like 1 over before
किसके बारे में
you
बात
know
कर रहे हैं?
वही जिम्बाब्वे के मैच के बारे में.
अच्छा
आपके
अच्छा.
सेकंड फ्लोर का सेटअप तो नहीं मालूम मेरे को क्या है, रैन क्या बोलना चाह रहे, शायद ऑफ लेके जाएंगे उसको. तो खैर रैन इज इमेजिनिंग थिंग्स, बट कमिंग टू द मैच एंड वो सेकंड लास्ट ओवर में जो बॉल रन ले लिया लास्ट बॉल पे, और बेचारा उन्हें पूरा ला लिया 27 अच्छा मार के, उन्हें पूरे नॉन स्ट्राइकर एंड से देख रहा, somebody save my son बोल के एक डायलॉग है, देखो बोल इसमें उन्हें वो सब कोई बचा ले भाई. बेचारा एवेंस आया, ट्राई करा, आउट हो गया. फिर आया एनगरावा
Six
रिचर्ड
मारा.
एनगरावा.
First
क्या
ever
मारा
international cricket.
क्या मारा
क्या
शॉट.
सिक्स मारा. उफ उफ. तो 6 के बाद मैं समझा चलो अब खत्म. 5 रन से फिर 3 रन से हुए, फिर वो स्टंपिंग में नो बॉल हो गया. दैट वाज द मोस्ट टर्निंग पॉइंट कि भाई वापस आ गए. बेचारा ब्लेसिंग कुडंट ब्लेस द होल जिम्बाब्वे स्क्वाड विद दिस
मैं वो देख के गुस्से में टीवी बंद करके चले गया. मैसेजों पे मैसेज आ रहे, फैज टीवी खोलो बोल के. आई वाज लाइक आई हैड नो बॉल हो गया.
हमारे बाबा पुकारे, ओ माय गॉड व्हाट द हेल इज गोइंग ऑन. हां ये क्या हो रहा है, रुको. वापस गए. अरे ये
Did you see Bangla's commentary on that?
Bro,
yeah, he was going crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Elevated his game by this World Cup.
yeah.
Twitter chatter is unreal right now about Pommy and Bangwa and about Pakistan being upset about India's performance. I was like, क्या बातें कर रहे हैं यार, too much कर रहे. This is the top 2 trending things right now.
I know, I saw. And Rishabh Pant is also been trending now because of
because
Rahul's bad performance.
Pakistan confirmed out है, हाँ?
Yeah.
Confirmed out हो गया आज.
I mean, they
See,
have a
अब
very
Bangladesh
slim
has to
chance. A
beat.
lot of things in Bangladesh has to be India. They have to lose to. They have to beat South Africa by a margin. India, Zimbabwe has to wash out. क्या की बहुत चीजें हैं. for
कुछ
it to
भी हो
play
जाए,
out.
आज के मैच के बाद पाकिस्तान का तो मैच है, उसके बाद से तो they don't deserve to play also. इतना बेकार मैच खेले हैं वो. इतना रोती सूरत क्रिकेट खेले हैं यार वो, अल्लाह माफ करे भाई. 92 बनाने हक दिया यार वो. 92 बनाने
But
खिला दिए मेरे को.
लास्ट उसमें वो जो कि थर्ड मैच में
बाबर भाई रन आउट हो गए.
चप्पल पे क्या मानना नहीं था लिटरली.
वाह खै, बाबर भाई रन आउट हो गए. बाबर भाई कहाँ
Run out
भाग
हो गए.
हाँ बाबर भाई सब जगह से भाग रहे, खाली अरे यूट्यूब से भाग रहे, फैन से भाग रहे, कहाँ जाओ.
वसीम अकरम से
साइक
भाग
होके
रहे.
आउट हो गए. हाँ साइक होके आउट हो गए.
Oh, bro, everyone, I'm gonna stop everyone right now. Stop, everybody. वसीम अकरम का नाम कौन लिया? डॉन, the latest girl. क्या ऐसा क्यों कर रहे डॉन?
मैं नहीं लिया बोल रहा मैं. मैं बोला मैं
The
तो नहीं.
latest news, fresh off the press. Wasim Akram in his book mentioned that he
Wifi
used
cancel.
to sniff cocaine after his retirement, I think.
Yes.
Don, initial thoughts.
भाई मेरे को भी क्यों पूछ रहे, दोनों जाने आवाज कर रहे थे उन लोगों को.
You looked uncomfortable when I mentioned this topic.
Because अभी उम्र हो गई है हमारी, ये सब सुने तो हमारे को खराब लगता.
Umar kya?
No,
He
but-
did it after he retired. He's older to you.
नहीं,
At
but
that time also.
obviously, yeah, I'm not that old. But I'm just saying कि yeah,
No,
no,
at that
I
time.
think it's unfortunate, very unfortunate, because you know it's not a good habit. Obviously, it's one of those things that you get addicted to, and then it's I'm told that it's terrible. क्या बोलना समझ में नहीं आ रहा. But
नहीं,
I
अब
feel like
मेरे को सवाल है यहाँ पे, like I make it easier for you. The
Yeah.
thing is, him saying it, what was the reason behind it? So other people don't do it, do you think, or is it because in the book he wanted to say something like that? And because look,
Book लिखना
this
था.
is not the only story. There's going to be much more stories. If you look at Shane Warne's book, he's not desi, but if you see rest in peace Shane Warne, but if you see his book, the things that he mentioned there, if Hardik Pandya mentioned that, he would be done proud here.
I hope the intention was to genuinely, you know, raise awareness and stuff. And because it's hard for cricketers, they go into these kind of situations after playing cricket where you're applauded and you're treated like a god and everything, you know, and then to just have that dull moment, which it's not easy for any cricketer. With that being said, I think as an important figure in cricket and as an important figure for his country and everything, I think it's very shameful. And I really hope that it was in the intention to create awareness rather than to sell his book. Because if it was genuine, the only thing is I feel like the timing of it is a little conspicuous, because अब कौन से टाइम पे अरे आपका बुक रिलीज हो रहा था, अब ये ऐसा एक स्टेटमेंट मारे, तो कोई भी बंदा ऐसा सोचेगा कि अरे इन्हें होना बोल के कर रहा बोल के, टू सेल हिज बुक और व्हाटएवर, बिकॉज ऑटोमेटिकली यू थिंक लाइक दैट, बिकॉज द वर्ल्ड इज टर्निंग
मैं तो
लाइक दैट,
लेने वाला हूँ भाई।
and exactly it'll create awareness, like Ryan might be interested, though हजारों और लोग will be interested now to understand कि
Yeah.
क्या हुआ, so I really hope that it genuinely creates awareness, and not other people don't, like, try to do this kind of marketing strategy. If you talk to my wife, बोलेंगे 100% marketing strategy है, because she's a marketing brain. तो अगर marketing वालों से पूछेंगे आप, तो they'll think that it's a strategy, so it's unfortunate. The timing, like I said, is conspicuous, and overall I think it's not needed. It's not needed as an important figure in Pakistan cricket, as an important figure who is, also religiously also is wrong. I don't want to get into that, but you're creating an unnecessary problem. You're creating an unnecessary stigma about you, which is unfortunate, because Wasim Akram back in the day was a person to look forward to. उसकी bowling, उसकी batting, उसके सब कुछ, not batting, captaincy, जो भी करना है आपको, it was very important. It was very important for Pakistan cricket, and it was lauded, and it was appreciated, it was applauded. अब आप वो चीज करके थोड़ा शाइन खराब कर दिए आप.
But I'll tell you something on that. I think 100% was a marketing strategy. 100% it was. Okay, it was he's releasing the book. They took that line out and they projected it. By the way, the guy who wrote that book, I think I forgot his name, man. He's an excellent Gideon Hay. I think he's he's my favorite journalist. I think he's the best writer in cricket. So make sure you read the book, even if it's not just if you're Wasim Akram fan. That guy's an excellent cricket writer. But I think 100% marketing gimmick, but I think this stuff is needed, because we put cricketers and sports people, Bollywood stars at a pedestal, thinking they're the greatest, but they're human beings. They're going to make mistakes, and if we can learn from their mistakes, why not, right?
Yeah,
It's something
absolutely.
like that, because like you said, Don, you mentioned that Wasim Akram was on that level and everything, but we should understand also that they're going to make mistakes. क्या होता है उसमें? If you just think okay, Wasim Akram is the greatest, then you're gonna उसका हर बात हम मानेंगे, हर opinion, अरे Wasim Akram बोला तो सही है. For example, if he gave his thought about the no ball, a lot of people are saying, look, listen to what he said. He said he should have gone to the third umpire. But when these things come out, you know that he's human, and it's fine to make a mistake. I'm not judging him for what he did. That's completely fine, and I think it takes guts to come out with that. But I agree that the timing is a marketing strategy, no doubt.
Yeah, and I think the way he explained about that no ball incident, very calmly, very very calculated explanation. A lot of people went gung ho, they went पागल बातें कर रहे, ये वो fix ये वो करे, उन्हें अच्छे से smartly बैठ के समझाया क्या है क्या नहीं है. He disagreed with the decision, and it is his right. And I honestly think, if I was on the other side, I would be as disgruntled as a lot of these other people. But I think the way he explained it, the way he did it, mistakes like the umpire से भी, Erasmus से भी mistake हो गया भाई, क्या करेंगे अभी? It
नहीं बोला
happens.
यार,
These
वो
kind of
fake
things.
account था.
Mistake
नहीं,
नहीं हुआ थी.
I'm saying it was a genuine. I think it was not a no ball. So I think
Yeah.
it was a genuine error from Erasmus. I know that parody account के बहुत चीज़ां निकले. I'm saying that I genuinely think that it was a mistake on his part. It shouldn't have been a no ball. It has happened, and like I said, no one does it intentionally. होते गलतियां, and that's why World Cup के stage पे these get highlighted a little bit more. अब वो you have
कुछ
to
भी
move on from that.
कुछ भी है on swing of Sultan, bro.
Singer Sultan. Ryan, anything to add to that?
क्रेडिट कार्ड का कुछ अलग ही यूज कर रहे थे वसीम भाई.
वाकई इसलिए डिक्लाइन हो रहा था हर चीज.
Anything, if Ryan Fez, you wanted to add to
What I
that?
would like to say in terms of the fresh of the press is, we must have seen after the Pakistan Zimbabwe game that we did not mention on this, that as a Karachi Kings consultant, Wasim Akram had told Babar Azam, to drop down to number 3 and bat, and instead of open. And उसके ऊपर बहुत ज्यादा on social media criticism मिली both बाबर को and वसीम को कि this is not a thing you need to say and reveal during the World Cup. But then I agree कि आप बोलो ऐसे चीज, आप लाओ प्रेशर पाकिस्तानी कैप्टन पे, बट एक टाइम एंड प्लेस रहती भाई बोलने की, in my opinion.
नहीं, रैन उन्हें बोलना था. He should have said it before the World Cup कि बाबर shouldn't open. फिर मैं मानता हूँ. फिर मैं
क्योंकि आप एक तो रिजल्ट गए बाद से पूरा अपना
It's a safe call कि भाई पूरा हो गया मैच, अब देख लिए. अब मैं बोल सकता हूँ तो no one's gonna argue against that, right? Everyone's gonna say पहले बोलना. Me and Ashish follow these guys, even Don kind of follow Wasi and Wasi Habib and Iftikhar. if he
Yeah.
fights. So these guys,
Yes,
they're
update.
extremely dramatic people, but they said for 1 year they're saying that is in having a World Cup. Like, if you take calls like that, then you
Bro,
would get,
on chasing the target, we've told that Babar should not be opening even before the World Cup, before
yeah.
anything started. We've mentioned it
But
several
why did
times.
he also knows that Wasim Akram? Why did he say it after? It's a safe call because he knows कि बाबर से मैं पहले बोल दिया और controversy होती है. It's smart. Even I maybe wouldn't have said it, but then don't expect not to get criticized if you're going to say it after. It's going to
भूल
happen.
गया होगा यार उन्हें, भूल गया होगा, होता
Marketing
क्या?
strategy. Marketing
मार
strategy.
Marketing
मार के
strategy.
भूल गया होगा.
Marketing strategy. नहीं वही है. They want to go against people. अब जैसा
Faiz
सुनील
अलग बोल
गवास्कर,
रहा.
lot of people, like he does make mistakes in commentary, everything. People,
याददाश्त कमजोर हो जाती मुझसे.
they always say stuff, but he does say things. He sticks his neck out. उन्हें पंगा ले लिया अनुष्का शर्मा विराट कोहली के साथ. उसमें भी बहुत लंबा डिबेट है, but I don't think he said anything wrong. But he sticks his neck out in that sense.
And when he was
Knows,
asked
and
after that,
knows.
he continued to say कि मैं ऐसा कुछ गलत बोला इसने में यार.
नहीं था.
We're talking about Sunil Gavaskar.
Because you're saying, people
Nose
think
का
he's
क्या
someone
गया?
else.
सुनील गावस्कर भी काउंटर मारते थे क्या? सुनील गावस्कर भी काउंटर मारते थे, बोल रहे फैज भाई.
अरे तो
अरे
उनके
कंट्रोवर्सी
बारे में एक
है.
चीज है जो मैं ऑफ
रुको.
वो बोलूंगा जो सुनील गावस्कर के
रोहन गवास्कर कॉल करेंगे यार उनको करो.
But yeah, that wraps it up. Any last thoughts, guys?
Last thoughts, इंशाल्लाह सिकंदर भाई please play well and do well. आज आप सबसे बड़ी विकेट लिए
आज
हालांकि
हाँ.
बांग्लादेश के नजमुल की, लेकिन
सिकंदर
आप
भाई की तरह बैटिंग अब फेल हो रही है ऐसा दिख रहा मेरे को.
नहीं फेल नहीं हो रहे.
टू एक्साइटेड हो
नहीं
गए.
यार, वो सिकंदर भाई एक्साइटेड हो गए. कोई बोले आप पीएसएल आ रहे, तो उन्होंने बोले नहीं पीएसएल आया नहीं, बुलाया जाता है जनाब. सो उन्होंने एक्साइटमेंट में आ जा रहे कि T20 कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स आ रहे. उन्होंने कहीं ना कहीं मिस्टर बीन के बाद जरा किराक हो जा रहे उन्होंने भी.
Also, we didn't have time to discuss, but tomorrow is Australia versus Ireland. So we'll discuss that tomorrow. It looks like Australia will win that.
फैंटेसी तो दे देंगे अपने पिक्स एंड टिप्स उनको ऑस्ट्रेलिया की, यही ऑन दिस
बोल दो
सेगमेंट होगी.
अच्छा, वो प्ले करेंगे.
मेरे को देखना है सचिन की खुशी की सूरत.
अच्छा ठीक है. We have 30 seconds. Let's go into this.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया की तरफ से डेविड वार्नर एंड टिम डेविड.
बोलो डॉन.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया की तरफ से I want to bring back Adam Zampa into the reckoning for Vinay.
कोविड में है मियां में.
कोविड में
apparently fit again.
अच्छा फैज.
तो according to Vinay, तो अगर किसी को भी क्वेश्चन करना है तो विनय को पूछो. उन्हें बोला मेरे को.
I'll go with Glenn Maxwell and
Glenn Maxwell.
yeah. आयरलैंड में कौन है उस्ताद? आयरलैंड में डिलेनी चलेंगे स्पिनर. सेफ ऑप्शन.
जो भी आया दिमाग में.
दिमाग में आ रहा है.
नहीं बालबर्नी है, टक्कर है, स्टर्लिंग है यार, याद है यार.
He's doing his homework, Don. Faiz is doing his homework.
I'm impressed with Faiz's improvement in the podcast. Well done, Faiz.
दिल पे ले लिया ना वो first episode. He's doing his homework पूरे ना.
क्या बोले उसको first episode में?
अरे क्या तो भी बोल दे रहा बोल के
नहीं याद
Well done,
है.
Faiz.
Faiz is taking more interest in Zimbabwe, Bangladesh and these teams,
Yes.
bro. I like that.
Yeah, man.
beacon of hope
bonus
for
sanction कर दे.
association is भाई.
इस दिवाली बोनस दीजिए.
Bonus sanction कर दे तू.
आशीष भाई साइन मारो यार प्लीज.
But yeah, I'll go Aaron Finch and then Marcus Stoinis.
अच्छा तो पूरी आधी टीम तो हम लाचार में हो गई.
आयरलैंड का बोला मैं.
आयरलैंड का मैं बोल दे रहा हूं. लियम फियोन हैंड नाम पसंद मेरे को, तो उसको डाल देंगे.
उन्हें विकेट आ लिया बोल के बोल रहे यार वो.
Sterling.
अच्छा मेरा पिक ले लिया देखिए नहीं.
जो भी नाम याद आया बोल दे.
नहीं मेरा पिक है नहीं. I always go with Sterling. मेरे को दिखाना है.
कर्टिस कैम्फर.
I want him to Curtis Camphor. Oh yes, good shot. ठीक है चलो Curtis Camphor.
वार्नर उसको लंबा मारेगा मिड विकेट के ऊपर.
वार्नर यार मारना यार. मैं फर्स्ट स्टेज में वार्नर के पीछे होने का. मैं पागल हूं कि तुम वार्नर को पिक करना यार.
मैंने करा वार्नर को. मैं टिम डेविड बोला एंड वो
डेविड वार्नर बोले. डेविड वार्नर या
आय है. मेरे को अपना लाना है ऊपर लीग, इसलिए दूसरों को वो गलत पिक करो.
तुम भी मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटजी कर रहे हो यार तू
Yeah, but Australia still in this, England still in this. I think either England have a tougher fixture, so it's going to be more harder for them to qualify from that group. For Australia, it will be a bit easier. But let's see what happens.
what about our group bro अपने group तो डर हो रहा है जिम्बाब्वे
Yeah,
बांग्लादेश
like
से
Bangladesh Zimbabwe is not a fun game anymore. It's going to be serious, and India will have to be, on top of the game. Yeah, they'll have to be on top of the game. You cannot slack now. You lost already one game. It's out of the way. In a way, that's in
The-
2011, England had beaten. Ireland had beaten England, and India had lost to South Africa. So
The good
sending
thing
good
is
vibes
India
to sending
the-
good vibes to KL Rahul
The good thing is India and Zimbabwe is the last game of the Super 12s, like the last of the last. So तब तक we'll know exactly what needs to be done, what doesn't need to be done. So that is actually sometimes I feel like India, when they know the target, they are a little bit better, they're a little bit more equipped with that.
मतलब मेरे को उससे पहले का डर है. I'm not worried about Zimbabwe, even though they beat Pakistan. I'm worried about
Bangladesh,
Bangladesh,
yeah.
bro. मुश्फिकुर के
Bro.
दुआएं.
and
हाँ?
imagine
मोहम्मद
Don अगर
मोहम्मद अशरफ
आज अगर
हबीबुल बशर ताजुल पड़े
आज अगर उनला जीत जाते थे तो पिंडे में जाते थे अपन भी और
Bro.
बारिश अगर हो जाती अगर बारिश का फैक्टर भूल जाओ
Barish is a problem. Barish is the problem. But if the game goes on, India will steamroll them. Don't worry.
The steamrolled Bangladesh.
Yeah.
and if they don't I will hold you to it Abrar bhai
I'm
Okay,
gonna
then
triple
my-
that.
fans भाई के लिए।
my
I am-
वो दिन पे आके मैं उस पे आता हूँ पॉडकास्ट पे आके आप लोग मेरे को जो गालियां देना है दे, बस चुपचाप मुंडी नीचे करके
गाली नहीं मेरे को बस फैज भाई की सैलरी टाइम पे हो जाना वही है मेरा वैसे
okay, done,
और
done.
आप शाकिब को भी गालियां देते थे शाकिब आके बंगालियों को गालियां देते हैं भी आ जाते
अपन एनीवे मिल रहे हैं दिसंबर में, तो आप लोग जो हो ना मेरे से निकाल ले सकते हो
ठीक है,
time
ठीक
पे.
शाकिब को बुला रहा हूँ मैं दावत में
Oh man, Don, I'm gonna captain him that game against India. Shakibullah
Okay,
said.
let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But yeah, huh?
Let's go, I said.
When is that game? On Wednesday?
Yeah.
फर्स्ट सेकंड नवंबर
ऑफिस का डेट भी चेंज कर दिया मैं, ट्यूसडे के दिन जा रहा हूँ, वेडनेसडे आई एम गोना बी अवेलेबल.
All right, perfect. Thank you guys for joining me. It was a very good discussion. We talked a lot about the game today. We didn't preview too much, but tomorrow we will discuss Australia and Ireland. And I'm sure there will be new, fresh off the press as well, because from falafels to cocaine, everything is coming out in this World Cup. And you know what happens further. It's been a good World Cup so far, as long as the rain stays away. So make sure you like and subscribe to our channel, please. And hope you liked our content, and we will catch you tomorrow. Thank you guys. Take care. Have a good night.